Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new here, my name is Kristen and I am on a weight loss journey. I originally started out at 320 pounds and I got down to 240 all on my own with just diet and exercise. In July I lost my father and I am an emotional eater, so I gained about 40 pounds of that back. So I am sitting roughly right now at around 270 just because of watching what I've eaten and that kind of stuff throughout my journey into gastric sleeve surgery. So this video is going to be about my liquid diet pre-op portion before the surgery itself. So I do have quite a bit of things that I'm going to go over with you guys today, and yeah, so kind of bear with me because it is going to be a lot of information and a lot of things that I'm going to be showing you. Okay, so for the first thing I'm going to talk to you guys about is upon the last meeting that I had with Dr. Edwards, who will be doing my surgery at Mercy Hospital in Springfield, Missouri. They talked to me about the pre-op diet and told me some guidelines and things that they wanted me to follow. So I do have some cheat sheets that I'm going to be going over with you guys. And then also I was supposed to meet with a nutritionist, and with the nutritionist I also got a bunch of information. So I'll be going over this as well. So we'll go ahead and start with what the pre-operative diet looks like. So if you are going through a hospital or not, if you're like going through an actual hospital in the United States, or if you're going over to Mexico or Thailand or anywhere like that to have the surgery done, your situation might be different than mine, but specifically with Mercy Hospital in Springfield, Missouri, this is what I've been required to do. So if that's where you're headed, then this is going to be the plan for you. If that's not where you're headed and you choose to do something else or go to a different place or whatever, your doctor will more than likely give you a diet that's specific for what they want from you. But you can kind of use this as just a general, I guess, you know, just to get some ideas of what it's going to be like whenever you do go on your pre-operative diet. So whenever I first got into looking into gastric sleeve surgery and kind of everything that goes along with it, whenever I noticed pre-op or liquid diet, I immediately was like, okay, so I'm just going to be drinking water or tea or coffee. Like, to me, that sounds like an all liquid diet. And I didn't really understand the reason why I had to go on this liquid diet prior to my surgery. So whenever I was watching videos and that kind of stuff, I was getting a lot of different information. So just know that that's probably going to be the case here as well. But my doctor gave me this nifty little cheat sheet that talks about why it is important to perform the pre-op diet that they suggest for your surgery. So whenever you're getting the gastric sleeve surgery done, your stomach is located behind and to the side of your liver, or it's located underneath the liver. So they have to be able to lift the liver and be able to hold it up the whole time during the procedure of dealing with your stomach. So if your stomach is super fatty, that means it's enlarged and has a mucous membrane around it, which is slippery and does not hold well in the clamps. So it's really important to not have a fatty liver prior to the surgery to make it more accessible to get to the stomach. If your liver is swollen, enlarged, and all that stuff, it's going to be really hard for your surgeon. So to make it easy, make sure that there are little to no complications. It's best to follow the preoperative diet, obviously prior to the surgery. So with Mercy Hospital in Springfield, Missouri, I've been required to do a 2-week pre-op diet. So with this, the first week, of my pre-op diet, which I actually start tomorrow. So that's why I'm making this video, because it's getting me started, getting me excited, and then because all the information's fresh, I wanted to get that information out to you guys. So for the first week of my liquid diet, I have to replace 2 of my meals with a protein shake. So I got a couple options. So we have Premier Protein. Premier Protein has a bunch of different flavors. It's low carbohydrate, 160 calories per 11 fluid ounces. I happen to pick up the vanilla and the chocolate. These are 2 of my favorite, but there is caramel and banana cream and just a bunch of other options. But I really like these. They are packed full of protein. In a full 11 ounces, you're getting 30 grams of protein. And this stuff tastes amazing. Whenever I was originally on my weight loss journey, I bought a lot of protein powders and tried a lot of different of those. And there just really wasn't one that really stuck out and tasted really, really good and gave me 30 grams of protein per, you know, mixing or, you know, whatever. And so I did pick up those, but then also because after surgery, you'll be required to make, like incorporate protein in your meals and that kind of stuff. So I went ahead and picked up some Isopure Whey Protein Isolate. It is unflavored. This has 25 grams of protein per scoop. Let's see. This is a pound bag, and I believe I got this off of Amazon for like 16 bucks or something. It really wasn't that bad. I definitely thought it was going to be more expensive because it's Isopure. There are 16 servings in this entire container, which seems not a lot. Or that number seems really small to me compared to the size of this bag. But I've never used this before, but I will be incorporating this in my post diet. Not in my pre, because I have the Premier Protein shakes that I absolutely love. So I'll be replacing 2 meals with said protein. And then that third meal can consist of anything that is a healthy option. So I can have a chicken salad or you know, grilled chicken breast and broccoli. I can eat something healthy for that third meal. But that's only the first week. So the second week, it is a full liquid only diet. So in this, you have your protein shakes. So I'm gonna be utilizing my Premier Protein shakes. And then also they have sugar-free Jellos that you can get in the shop. I am not a huge Jello fan. So I have this one box. My mom likes Jello, so I figured I'd make this for her and let her eat the majority of it, but I really just don't like Jello itself. But then you can also do sugar-free puddings. I have a lot of sugar-free pudding. Pudding is the best. So all of these are Jello, from the Jello brand, and they are all sugar-free. This one is the banana cream, and then I got butterscotch and white chocolate, triple chocolate, chocolate fudge. I went crazy with the pudding. So you can have the pudding as well, as long as it's sugar-free. Also, skim milk is something that you can have. Also, broth. So I noticed on my post-surgery diet, I will be required to eat beef broth. So I went ahead and got this broth, and so I can eat this as part of my liquid diet. Then we have bouillon. So I picked out some chicken bouillon. I just love chicken flavored things. I don't particularly like chicken itself. I don't like how stringy it is, but chicken flavored stuff is really, really good. So I picked up this bouillon. You can have this. And then also you can do any type of strained soups. So whenever I was watching a few videos, I noticed that another hospital showed how to strain your soups. And I know that sounds really stupid, but I had no stinking clue. So I picked up like French onion soup, and these are all condensed soups. Fiesta nacho cheese. One that I'm not super pumped about, green pea. I have no idea what this is. This is probably gonna taste like baby food, but. And then I also picked up cream of chicken condensed soup, 98% fat-free. I picked up all of those knowing that I'm not just gonna put it in a pot, add water, and then eat it, because the cream of chicken has chunks of chicken. I would assume that the French onion has shards of onions because the cream of asparagus has asparagus chunks in it. So I also picked up this little strainer. It's a 3-inch mesh, oh my gosh, I cannot talk. A 3-inch mesh strainer. And I've actually already been using this just to like make sure I know how to use it. And once you've cooked down your soup in the pot, you strain it through this to get any of the chunks out. And I will be utilizing this pre and post surgery. So I'm pretty excited for that little find. It's made my life pretty easy. Now, if you don't have a mesh strainer, you can pick up cheesecloths, and utilize them in the same fashion. You can also do low-fat, sugar-free yogurt. So I picked up some low-fat, sugar-free yogurt that I will be utilizing, and it's by Dannon. It is vanilla flavored, but it is sugar-free, so I'm pretty stoked about that. Sugar-free popsicles, I did not pick any of those up. I honestly forgot, but you can have sugar-free popsicles and then decaf tea or coffee. So I'm actually enjoying a cup of decaf coffee. I mean tea, decaf tea right now. My third cup actually, it's really good. But yeah, so those are the things that you can actually eat during your preoperative diet completely during your second week of your pre-op diet with Mercy from Springfield, Missouri. So yeah, that's it. And also with what you can eat during the first week, you kind of just go with the plan. So like if you're drinking a protein shake for your first meal and a protein shake for your second meal, you gotta, count those calories. And you don't really have to be mindful of how many calories you're having, because you're literally having 2 meals, protein shakes, third meal being a healthy option. So you're probably gonna be falling under 1,000 calories that day. But when you get into the second week, you literally can only consume 800 calories or less for this particular hospital and this particular doctor. So I thought that was kind of interesting. They also still want you to get your 48 to 64 ounces of water every day, and to also make sure that you're getting in 60 to 80 grams of protein. I have a lot of muscle underneath all of this fat. I did love lifting weights and hit a lot of PRs whenever I was first starting out on my weight loss journey. So protein is gonna be a huge part of my diet. Probably what I'll end up doing is when I make my second or my third meal during the first week, when I make my third meal, I will probably incorporate a little bit of this IsoPure into whatever it is that I'm eating, just to get a little extra, because I know I'll already have 60 grams of protein with the Premier Protein shakes for my first 2 meals, but I'd want to add a little more with my dinner. Yeah, so that's all I have there. Okay, now for the some extra pre-op surgery instructions. So one thing that they recommend is that you don't take aspirin. At least aspirin that's 325 milligrams. You also have to stay away from ibuprofen, Coumadin, vitamin E, garlic caplets, Plavix, or any other type of blood thinners at least 5 days prior to surgery. The only pain medicine that you can really take is Tylenol, and only as needed, and you don't want to OD on that. So make sure that you follow what your medications and that kind of stuff, what they allow you to have. Also, you can't take your medicine the night before, so if you or the morning of surgery. So I take all of my medicines at night before I go to bed. So they allowed me to do that. They said that that was totally fine. I just can't take them in the morning before surgery. Also, you want to stay away from any herbal supplements 2 weeks prior to surgery. So like your ginkgo, your ginseng, your St. John's wort, fish oil, any and all natural supplements. Stay away from those at least 2 weeks prior to surgery. Then you also do not want to eat or drink after midnight the night before your surgery, including gum, candy, or mints, which that's gonna be hard because I'm such a dry mouth person that I kind of gravitate towards mints and gum, but I can't have any of that after midnight. Then also they talk about making sure that you don't use any tobacco products, including chewing tobacco or e-cigarettes at midnight prior to surgery. Now, that is an instruction that comes on their sheet. However, whenever you first get into the weight loss program, they will tell you no tobacco, period, day one. Like the minute you submit your paperwork to even for it to be an option for you to have surgery, they will tell you no tobacco. So just kind of keep that in mind. They also, at my last visit with Dr. Edwards, they gave me these little sponges, and these little sponges are used to clean your body the night before and the morning of your surgery. It is highly required that you use these. It cleanses your body of any bacterial infections or any possibility of infection when you go into surgery. So it's imperative that you utilize those. And you also have to bring like a current list of your medications with you whenever you get there. Also, you can't drive yourself after the surgery, so make sure somebody goes with you. And yeah, so those are the pre-op surgery instructions. Dang, that is some good tea. Woo! Okay, now the part you guys have all been waiting for, my measurements. It was hard to see these numbers because they used to be so much smaller than this, but it is what it is. Now I measured everything from my neck down to my ankles to my wrists. I was everywhere. But a few of the main ones that I wanted to tell you guys and kind of keep you guys updated with throughout my journey are gonna be my upper arm, which obviously is this area. We're looking at 19.5 inches for both arms. My chest is 52 1/4. My hips are 54.5 inches. My waist is 45 inches. And my upper thighs are around 28.5 to 29 inches. So there's that. And then also my weight is 272.3. So there's that. So now you have all of my stats, and you guys can kind of come along with me throughout my journey. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. I know it was a long one, and I apologize, but it is chock full of information, and I hope that this helps you guys out if you're deciding if this is something you want to do, or maybe you're going through this and you just want to see how somebody else is handling it as well. I will talk to you guys later. Please go ahead and like and subscribe this video and to my channel, and it really helps me out a lot. So thanks guys. Bye.